Once again, good day. Our topic for today in Business Math Quarter 2, Module 3 is about gross and net earnings. So, let us try to look into the objectives of this video lesson. At the end of this, you are expected to define salary, wage, income, and benefits. Second, you are going to compute gross and net earnings. Then, let's move on to our lesson 1 topic, gross and net earnings. Have you ever heard your parents talking about their salaries and wages? Well, probably most of them are always computing if how much money was left on their salaries because of some elements which we call deductions. The money left on your parents' salary is what they use for budgeting the expenses on your home for bills and foods. Thus, it is necessary to know how we compute this and identify the deductions made to them and the importance why they need to pay those deductions. Before we start discussing our new lesson, let us have a short review on our previous lesson on commission. Review. Miss Sarah decided to work in the Rainbow Company, which will pay her 4,000 pesos per week. Her boss told her that if she will be able to sell LCD TVs worth 6,000 pesos above, she may receive an additional 9% commission of that sale. Question number 1. What kind of commission is shown in the problem? Number 2. If she was able to sell a TV worth 9,500 pesos, how much is her commission pay? Number 3. How much is her gross pay for that week? Now, let us have to answer this one by one. Question number 1. What do you think? What kind of commission is shown in the problem? Okay, very good. It is salary plus commission. Now, number 2. If she was able to sell a TV worth 9,500 pesos, how much is her commission pay? So, let us try to compute the commission for the sales of TV. First, get the sale beyond quota. So, taking into consideration that the quota for that company is 6,000 pesos. So, if Sarah sells 9,500 pesos, so the commission for that is 9,500 pesos minus 6,000, which is the quota, is equal to 3,500. And so, the commission is rate of commission times amount sale. Thus, 9% is 0.09 in decimal times 3,500. Then, Sarah's commission for her sales of TV is 315 pesos. Then the third question, how much is her gross pay for that week? So, to get the gross pay for that week is weekly salary plus the commission. Since the weekly salary of Sarah's company is 4,000 pesos plus her commission on her sale is 315 pesos, the total gross pay for the week of Miss Sarah is 4,315 pesos. So, again, let's move on to the next slide. Let us try to sharpen our mind. Directions. Below are jumbled letters. Identify the hidden words and list them down on a separate sheet of paper. Now, number 1 is COMEIN, 2 STIFENBE, 3 AGEW, 4 ARYLAS, 5 EARINGSN. So those are the 5 jumbled letters that you will encounter in our discussion on the gross and net earnings. Let us start. Let us start with salary, wage, income, and benefit. Let's talk first about salary. Salary is a fixed regular payment, typically paid on a monthly or annually basis. Sometimes salary on an annual basis is converted into monthly basis, weekly to monthly, monthly to semi-monthly, etc. Thus, we must always remember the following, that 1 year is 12 months, or it is also equals to 24 semi-monthly or 6 bi-monthly. Again, it can also be that 1 year is 52 weeks or 26 bi-weekly. 1 month is equals to 2 semi-monthly, and semi-monthly is 2 over 5 every month. Bi-monthly is every 2 months, and if bi-weekly is every 2 weeks. So that is how it goes on to conversion. The following conversions is very important for you. So let us try to have this an example. Supposedly, the annual salary is 154,500. So let us convert that in monthly salary, semi-monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly. So for monthly salary, take note that the annual salary, which is 154,500, will be divided into 12 because there are 12 months in a year. Thus, the monthly salary of that particular person is 12,875. Well, the semi-monthly salary is, of course, you simply divide the annual salary with 24. Kay kaduha man sa usa ka buwan. Mura siyang kinsinas. So, ang kinsinas ni Ja, the semi-monthly salary is 6,435. Or it can also be that monthly salary divided by 2. So, we have 12,875, the monthly salary, divided by 2 is 6,437 pesos and 50 centavos. For the weekly salary, we have to divide the annual salary into 52 since there are 52 weeks in 1 year. Thus, the weekly salary of that particular person is 2,971 pesos and 15 centavos. The biweekly salary is also divided, the annual salary will be divided into 26 because there are 26 bi-weekly in 1 year. Or you simply multiply the weekly salary with 2. So, same ra ang answer, which is 5,942 pesos and 31 centavos. Now let's proceed to wage. So wage is a fixed regular payment received by a worker for labor or services according to a contract that is usually on a piecework, hourly work, or daily basis. So when we say piecework, a worker employed in a piecework basis is paid in proportion to the quantity of work he or she finishes. Kumbaga, binuok siya, binuok. Meaning to say, for example, I have here example. There are two types of rate. The first one is the fixed piece rate plan, meaning the rate is fixed irrespective of the quantity produced. Magamay o madaghan ang ijang mahuman nga trabaho, same ra ang ijang rate, which is fixed rate pay plan or fixed piece rate plan. Now, I have an example. The example is Kim, who is working in an accessory shop. She is paid on a per piece basis at the rate of 15 pesos per piece. If she finishes 140 accessories in a week, how much is her total earnings? Okay, the given is the rate, which is 15 pesos per piece, and the quantity or the number of product that Kim finished in 1 week, which is 140 pieces. Now, let us try to find the total earnings, which is the question. How much is her total earnings? So the solution is to get the total earnings, simply multiply the quantity or the number of products Kim finished and times the rate, wherein 140 is the number of total accessories that Kim finishes in a week times 15 pesos. So, the total earnings of Kim in that particular week is 2,100 pesos. Any question? Okay, just have your question in the group chat or send me via messenger or any forms. Now let's move on to the second type of piecework plan. The first one is the fixed, and this one is the differential piecework plan. When we see differential, the rate will gradually increases as the quantity produced also increases. So, pag nagtikadaghan ang imong nahuman, magtikadako na ang imong payment or ang imong sweldo or wage, ang imong bayad bali sa per piece. So, in our example, Grace works in her friend's business, wherein she was tasked to repack and seal gummy bears. So, ang trabaho ni Kim dito sa company, sa iyong friend, is to pack or repack a gummy bears. She is paid on the following differential pay plan schedule. Less than 100, kung ang ijang mapak, ang ijang maripak is less than 100, say for example, 96, 92, 80, or 99, or basta wala kaabot og 100, ang ihatag niya is 100 pesos. So, daily rate per 100 packs. So, mana dyan, 100 ay ang iyang mahuman sa sakadlaw, ang iyang daily is 100 pesos. Now, kung 100 pataas, 100 kutob 149, the daily rate of Grace will be 105 pesos. If ang iyang mahuman is 150 to 199, ang iyang daily rate is 110 pesos. So, if ang iyang mahuman 200 or more, pataas, makadawat siya 115 pesos as their daily rate per 100 pack. So, every 100. Nagets? Okay. So, let's try to solve this example. Okay. So, in our example, we have here compute for Grace total wage for the week if she repack the following quantities. Sa Monday, 92 kabuok gummy bears ang na-repack. Pagka Tuesday, 105. On Wednesday, 143. Thursday, 176. And on Friday, 201. So let us try to take a look on the computation. So let's try to solve this. So solution, Monday, 92 times 100 kay below 100 man, so 100 ang ijang per day. So 92 times 1 is 92 pesos. Pagka Tuesday, 105 ang iyang nahuman, quantity. So, ang iyang salary or wage per day is 105 pesos per 100. So, 105 divided by 100 is 105 times 105 divided by 100 will give you 110.25 pesos. Then on Wednesday, 143 times 105 over 100 kay napa magyapon siya sa 100 to 149 nga range. So ang iyang per day per 100 is 105 pesos. 143 ani siya i-multiply sa 105, then ang answer divide og 100. Ang answer ana niya is 150 pesos and 15 centavos. Kani siya class, kani nga answer gikan ni sa 143 times 105. Nakuha. Kani nga answer i-divide nimo og 100 to get 150 pesos and 15 centavos. Nagets? Now, let's move on to Thursday. Sa Thursday, ang nahuman ni Grace, is 176. Now, 176, hinglapas na siya sa range nga 150 to 199. Sa ijang per day sa per 100 is 110 pesos. So, ang iyang kwintada is 176 times 110 will give you 19,360. Divided by 100, ang answer is 193 pesos and 60 centavos. Now, sa pagka-Friday, 201 ang nahuman ni Grace. Now, 201 na sa range sa 200 or more, which is 115 pesos per 100. So, ang gibuhat, same procedure, 201 times 115 is equal to 23,115 pesos. Divided by 100, that will give you, 231 pesos and 15 centavos. Okay. Now, to add that, you are going to get all. So, mao na siya ang pagkuha. Now, let's move on to hourly or daily basis. So, many of the employees are usually paid on an hourly basis. In computing for the daily pay, we simply multiply the number of hours of work by the hourly rate. According to Article 83 of the Labor Code, the normal hours of works of any employee shall not exceed 8 hours a day. So, mo na siya ang balaod, 8 hours ra yun. So, kung ni-start kag alas 7, so pwede na ka mahuman after 8 hours of work. Considering also nga naa kay 1 hour sa lunch break and then 15 minutes, the government also give 15 minutes break. Depende sa company na mohatag og 10 minutes break and so on. Ang uban nga mga company na sila'y kanang 30 minutes break depende sa company. Now, going back, let us have an example. Hourly or daily basis. We have here our example. Simon works in a factory that pays him an hourly rate of 45 pesos and 50 centavos. Take note, ang oras ni Simon sa usa ka factory is 45 pesos and 50 centavos. Question, how much is his daily wage if he works for 8 hours a day? Of course, to compute the daily wage, that's the number of working hours times hourly rate. Since we have 8 hours a day as working hours, so 8 times 45 pesos and 50 centavos, that will give you 364 pesos. That is for the daily wage of Simon. Okay, let's move on to income. Income is the money earned by working or through investment. So here are some examples of income. We have salary and wages. We have commissions. We have income for properties if it is rented out. Dividend income for stockholders. Profit of the business owned. And royalties if they are authors. So these are examples of income. Now, when we see benefits, it is also a payment of gift made by an employer, the state, or an insurance company. So the following are some of the benefits in the Philippines given to the employees. Number one, we have vacation pay and sick leaves. Second, medical and hospitalization benefits. Third, meal allowance. Fourth, transportation allowance. Fifth, clothing allowance. And third, incentive pay for productivity. These are some of the benefits in the Philippines given to the employees. Okay, let's move on to gross and net earnings. Consider the chart below of Mr. Reyes' salary. So take note that pag-ibig is 2%. Meron siyang pag-ibig, 2%. Hindi yung pag-ibig na gugma. Hindi yon. So another is PhilHealth, 4%. Then, na siya is SSS nga 7%. Others, ambot o unsa ng others, si Mr. Reyes ray nakahibaw, 3%. And tax withheld is 9%. Ang iyang net pay is 75%. Now, considering that, Mr. Simon's payslip, ang payslip ni Mr. Simon, being an administrative assistant too, has a basic salary of 25,232 pesos. Naapod siya allowance nga 2,000. So, ang iyang gross earnings supposed to be, ang madawat gross earnings is 27,232. But we have to consider the deductions. So, first deduction is Social Security System, which is 1,766 pesos and 24 centavos, which is how many percent of the salary? That is, pila? Okay, 7%. Next is PhilHealth. PhilHealth or Medicare, that is 4% of the salary of Simon. So we have 1,009 pesos and 28 centavos. For pag-ibig, which is 2% of the salary, is 504 pesos and 64 centavos. And for withholding tax sa BIR, buhis para sa gobyerno, is 2,270 pesos and 88 centavos, which is 9% of the salary. And naa siya absent, na siya current absent nga kantidad, that is the others, which is 756 pesos and 96 centavos. So, total deductions of Mr. Simon Reyes is 6,308. So, going back to the gross is 27,232 pesos minus this 6,308. The net pay of Simon is 18,924. Okay? That is how the payslip of Mr. Reyes computed for the month of September. So from the figure above in Mr. Reyes' payslip, it can be noticed that the words gross earnings, deductions, and net pay appears. So when we say gross earnings, it is the amount gained by the worker without any deduction. However, the word net pay or net earning means the amount received less deductions of any employee, and deductions are the amount held by any authority as a form of payment for some necessary dues like taxes, loans, health insurances, absences, and etc. So let us have this exam. Gross earning of 27,232. The total deduction is 6,308. So the monthly net pay of Simon Reyes is 18,924. This is true in his September 2020 salary. So by looking closer into figures, we can see that 27,232 pesos minus 6,308 pesos will give you 18,924 pesos. Through this, we can say that gross earnings minus the total deduction equals net pay. So that formula of finding net pay is equals to gross earnings minus total deductions. So let us have our problem number 1. Marisa has a monthly total earning amounting to 20,532 pesos and 16 centavos. If she received a total deduction of 3,210, how much is her net earnings? So let us compute the solution. Net earnings equals gross earning minus deductions. So N equals E minus D. So 20,532 pesos and 16 centavos minus 3,210 will give you 17,322 pesos and 16 centavos. Another example is Jan's. Jan's net pay is 14,975 pesos and 68 centavos. If his total deduction is 1,962 pesos and 5 centavos, how much is his gross earnings? So the solution, the question is gross earnings. E equals N plus D. So when we see E is for gross earnings. N is for the net pay plus D is for the deduction. So 14,975 pesos and 68 centavos plus 1,962 pesos and 5 centavos will give you 16,937 pesos and 73 centavos as the gross earning of Jan. Okay, so let's have now your activity 1. For your activity 1, you write your answer by completing the following table on a separate sheet of paper. Round off your answer to the nearest centavo. Show your solution below the table. I don't accept answer without solution. Next, activity 2. For your activity 2, you are going to compute the gross earnings of the following piecework employees. So we have here A, B, and C. So for A, B, C, you simply copy this and fill in the blank here. Of course, you have to have your solutions. Next, activity number 3 is you are going to read and analyze each word problem and then solve each in your answer sheets. Use your yellow pad. Make sure to follow the solution plan. Remember the solution plan? Okay, you have to write the given, write what is asked, then the solution, what particular operations you are going to use, and don't forget to give the final answer in a sentence pattern. Very good. Thank you for listening. Next, activity 4 is on the answer sheet or on a separate sheet of paper, answer the following question. So in your own words, define the following terms. Use your own words. Define salary, wage, income, benefit. Then how do we compute gross earnings? Then what is the formula in computing net pay? Use your own words. Next is activity number 5. Analyze the table below. On a separate sheet of paper, write your answer to the questions below. How much is Miss Tolentino's gross earnings? So, imo ni siyang answeran. Next, how much is her total deductions? Then, after subtracting the deductions to the gross earnings, how much will the total net earnings? Okay. Answer lang, anak. Then, let's move on to assessment. Sa assessment, you are going to read and analyze the following statements. Draw a happy emoji, kani nga nag-smile nga emoji, if the statement is true, and draw a sad emoji if it is not. 10 items only. Then, 11 to 15, this is multiple choice. Each problem and answer the following questions. Write only the letter of the correct answer. Then for additional activities, you simply on the table below shows the salary of 5 employees. Complete the table by computing the amount of the missing salary. So conversion is siya. Next is the last one is you are going to fill in the table also the deductions, the gross and net earnings, and five employees. Simply complete the table by identifying the missing value.